Hello, my beautiful Saggies. Welcome in, welcome back, welcome to my channel. I'm Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing, liking, viewing, all of that. I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. We're going to be looking at the upcoming week. Whenever you come to this reading, it's whatever week you're in or going into. My guides told me to take the dates off, and we're doing an experiment with that because they said time is irrelevant. Sometimes the title will be meant for a person in a month or whatever. So that's what I'm doing. Excuse me, my throat is messing up on me. Okay, so remember, this is a collective, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. We're going to be using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed, the main Oracle deck, and my trusted Gilded Tarot Royale. Now, interestingly for you, Saggies, 2 cards came out of the main Oracle. I don't read those first because I like to do the reading just without the influence of that. So I'll read those at the end. And then shuffling the Wisdom of the Oracle, 2 cards came out of that deck. So the energy of 2, the power of 2, 2s are balance, choice, duality, masculine, feminine, those types of things. So let's see what the cards' messages are to see how that ties in. All right. So your first card is a number 4. 2 plus 2 is 4, right? 4s being stability or stagnation. You see the Oracle's face right down here. Looking at this card, you see how her third eye is glowing? There's a key on her third eye. This card is higher power. Higher power. Conscious contact with a higher power. The presence of the divine. Seeing source energy in all things. Committing to a partnership with spirit. I love that message. Yeah. So being connected, right? Being connected to your third eye, to your crown chakra, right? Being connected to your guides, to your gut instincts, to all of those things that have to do with consciousness, right? Having a relationship with source, with your guides, with all of that. Beautiful, beautiful message in that card. I will face the camera down when we get ready to pull the tarot so you'll be able to see these cards again. Now let's look at... I'm so sorry about my throat. Look at this. This is number 42. It does add up to a 6, but 4 is 2 2s, and 2 obviously is a 2. I feel like 2s and duality and choices and balance are going to be a big thing for you for this upcoming week, Saggies. This is the card Chop Wood. The Oracle's face is in the broom. I love how it's in a different spot in every one of these cards. It's so interesting and fun. Okay, Chop Wood. I mean, you just see a broom standing there with a ribbon on it. I love that. I don't know of anyone who has a ribbon on their broom, but I think that's kind of cool. These cards are so beautiful. The broom is sitting in an open doorway. You can see the doors on either side there. So the broom is sitting in an open doorway with the Oracle's face on it with a ribbon. And there are just kind of some pots and pans sitting down next to it. Chop wood. Being grounded in everyday experience. Having humility. Now, talk about duality, right? Oh my gosh, my guides are never wrong. First card is higher power, consciousness, right? And the second card is Chop Wood. Both cards have 4s. Both cards can be multiples of 2, right? I mean, this is just nuts. This is definite duality. This is as above, so below, Saggies. Wow, I feel like this is going to be really important in your message for this upcoming week, right? All right, let me face the camera down and we'll pull some tarot. Okay, here we go with my trusted Gilded Tarot, the deck that opened it all up for me. Let's see what's going on. I had a job interview this past Tuesday. Oh, I'm recording this on Friday the 22nd. It will be posted a little bit later. But it is also Memorial Day weekend this weekend, so it's a long weekend. But I had a job interview for, right now I work 23 hours a week. This job would be 32 hours a week, 9 months out of the year, 8 or 9 months, and then it would be 40 plus during the winter, which is fine. That's when you want to earn more money anyway, or at least if you live in Maine, right? So you can see there are two cards there. I'm supposed to be hearing, they said they had one more interview to do this afternoon, and then, Friday the 22nd, and then they would be getting back to persons or people or person next week to set up a shadowing day and a second interview. All right, what the heck? Okay, Capricorn energy. Page of Pentacles energy, something, new job. Wow. I'm a Sagittarius, I'll just say. So let's see. Magician. You and I have the power to create and master our lives, right? Yeah, I'm not super excited about working more hours, but I did really like the people I interviewed with, and I always say, there's another page. Something new happening, Saggies. I like to feel into things. I have gone on other interviews where I knew in the first 10 minutes I wasn't taking the job because I didn't have a good feeling about the people or the place. Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady, and Seven of Swords. Oh, they want another card. Okay, Spirit, what the heck? What are you saying? Seven of Swords is an outlier. Okay. So, Seven of Swords, we'll get to they're saying that the Seven of Swords is a cautionary tale. Okay, well, let's look at these and see what Spirit brings us for a message of that Seven of Swords. All right, wow. Wow, I really, really feel this message a lot. Okay, so the first card out is the Devil. Capricorn energy right here. Capricorn is an earth sign, very grounded. Capricorns love their home. They love beautiful things. The caution about this card is not letting fears get the best of you, not doing things to the extreme, right? So we'll see what other cards come out and we'll feel into that. Page of Pentacles. This is something new in your work or your physical environment, right? Could be that new job for me. It could be something to do with your home, your car, how you're living, your side business, your anything, right? This Page of Pentacles. Pages are kind of new at what they're doing. They're also messengers, right? This one not as much as the others. I think it's the Wands and Swords that have the birds. We know that's definitely spirit messages trying to get through. Then you have the Magician. Yay, this is number one, right? One is, well, the beginning of something. And the Magician with the infinity symbol has the power to create anything with the four suits that he has. Wands, Pentacles, Swords, Cups, all of that together. You can manifest what you want. Before I went to that interview, because it was advertised as 40 hours a week, I was like, oh, I really don't want to do 40 hours a week. But the job is something that I know backwards and forwards, and it's also 10 minutes closer to home. So that shaves off 20 minutes of commute time every day. There's lots of things about it. So I said, okay, I'll just apply for it. And then I put out into the universe, I said, please let them be open to me working less than 40 hours a week. And then boom, we're in the interview and he was talking about their slow season and he was asking me if I needed 40 hours a week. And I was like, wow, this is music to my ears. So, maybe I manifested it, maybe I didn't. I like to look at it as it came up in the interview. So maybe I manifested that conversation at that time. Maybe they will hire somebody that has to have 40 hours a week, even though that it's not really that busy 8-9 months out of the year. Anyway, I digress. Now you have a Page of Cups. Now, again, these two pages are messengers, but these two cards don't really have birds. A peacock is a bird, but doesn't really fly that much. They just make a lot of noises. So this Page of Cups, again, it's something emotionally new. So it would be emotionally new if I didn't get the job, because I really do expect an offer. It would be emotionally new For me anyway, I'm saying for you, you see how it fits with you, but for me it would be emotionally new because I would be going from where I would be working 10 more hours a week than I am right now. I wouldn't have as much free time to do this. That is also something I really considered. Like, do I really want to do that? Because right now I have a full day every week plus 2 hours every morning where I can do my tarot and YouTube channel. So that would be how it would be new for me. How is it going to be new for you, right? The Capricorn energy of earth, of grounding, the 2 pages of being new at something, novices, and then the Magician, creating your own reality. I mean, we might as well say it that way because that's what it is. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles. This is slow and steady progress with your material life, home, family, car, job, business, all those types of things. Can be your money, but it also can be the energy and the time and energy that you put into things, right? So moving forward, but slower maybe than you'd like. So we'll have to see. I will definitely let everybody know if I do get that new position. And then the Queen of Wands. So this is the card that Spirit wanted to come out when the Seven of Swords sort of fell out of the, I don't know if it was on the bottom of the deck, and they were like, oh, that isn't the one, that's a side note. So then we have Queen of Wands. This is us as far as I'm concerned. I typically see the Queen of Wands as Sagittarius, the King of Wands as Leo, the Knight of Wands as Aries. I don't even know what they're really supposed to be or if they even have an affiliation. This is fire signs. It can be any fire sign, but this is strong feminine energy, action oriented, lots of passion, and she is very loyal. So this could be, if you're a man watching, it still can be you because we all have masculine and feminine. Remember, we started out with the energy of duality, right? So this can definitely be duality, right? Capricorn and the Queen of Wands, putting those 2 energies together. All right, so Spirit, what is the side note about the Seven of Swords? Fox in the hen house is what I call this card usually, because you see the fox is kind of guarding or stealing or sneaking away with these 2 swords. This can be text messages, phone calls, conversations, even contracts. So it could be something that's being presented to you in one way, but it's really not that, okay? That's what I'm feeling and hearing. So this is a side note for the upcoming week. Be careful about conversations where people promise you things they can't deliver. Wow. Be careful about people promising you things they can't deliver. So he's being shortchanged, right? Because the fox has held these here. He thinks he's getting all 7 swords, and when he gets home, he's only going to find 5. So interesting. Wow. Okay, so recapping, higher power, chop wood. So being as above, so below, staying grounded, but being connected to your guides and your consciousness, right? That Capricorn energy card is not letting fear take you over, right? Not becoming obsessed with something, but it's also Capricorns love their home life, the stability of that, of all those things. And then you have this Page of Pentacles, something new that you're embarking on that has to do with your time, energy, and money. The Magician, creating and manifesting your own life. And then another page, the Page of Cups, loving, nurturing, something maybe emotionally new for you. Knight of Pentacles, slow moving but forward with your time, energy, money, business, efforts, anything in the physical, right? Home, could be home renovations going slow. Oops, hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. That was my husband calling. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, but only favorites can get through. All right, what was I talking about? Oh, this. So, and then the Queen of Wands, more fire sign energy. For you, could be you, Sagittarius. I often think of this card as you, as I said. So, Yeah, it looks like some changes are going to come in. It could be a little bit slower for you, but your energy is all over this reading, right? And remember the balance of as above, so below, staying grounded, but also staying connected. And that warning with that Seven of Swords, like something isn't going to be as it seems. Okay, now we're going to look at, from my main oracle deck, you have 37, the card of summer. 37 is a 10. That's the completing of a cycle. Something is getting done. Here is warmth, and here is careful cultivation. Here are the things that one intends to bring to fruition. Here may be one born under summer skies. Well, that's not us, right? Unless you're a rising sign watching. So, careful cultivation, the Magician, right? And the Pages, right? I mean, all of it, really. Carefully cultivating what it is that you want, okay? What is it that you want, Saggies? Use the power of that Magician to bring those things out. 46, another 10. Can you believe that? Both cards are a 10. The law of attraction. All is well, or as the Chinese say, 10,000 things are as you would have them be. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the Magician and those two tens. I can't believe that. That is so nuts, right? You had the energy of the twos, duality, right? As above, so below. Those fours, stability. Now you have these tens. I mean, this is a reading that is really, really packed with good things. Really, really packed with good things. Saggies, I can't wait to see your comments and read your comments about how this affected you. Even if you have to wait until the week goes by so you see how all this comes to play for you, I would love, love, love to hear your comments. That's it for now. Until next week. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.